Hey guys, it's Ant Singapore here again, and I'm going to be continuing from yesterday's video, and today will be about how to catch the queen ants. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, be sure to check it out in the link down in the description below. So, the best time to catch a queen ant is usually at night, preferably at around 7:30 to 8 p.m. So I think the best place to catch a queen ant is where there is a bright light source, because queens are attracted to these light sources and often fly around there. So for me, I live in a condominium and I go to my tennis court to catch my queens. As you can see, my tennis court is very brightly lit, and sometimes there are queens and sometimes there aren't. Basically luck. So I'm gonna go walk around and look for queens now. But just before we get into catching the queens, I want to remind you guys that when night falls, be sure to capture the queens quick. Many other creatures that lurk in the night can steal these queens, and no, I'm not talking about anything scary. There are just three main things that prey on these queens. The first and most common one is geckos. They often lurk around bright lights and use their tongue to grab the queen. Well, the next one is actually other colonies of ants. Here's some footage of the ant trail that hunt on the queens at the tennis court. They often search around there and I see them everywhere, and sometimes they steal my queens and I can't help the queens because they are killed really quickly. So once they find the queen, they would group up on her and kill her for consumption. So the last one, which is kind of surprising for some people, is actually frogs. Although you may not really see frogs in your area, there's actually a fair amount of them near light sources. The reason why you don't see them is because they usually hide in grass patches or in drains. So now that whatever's hunting these queens is covered, let's get into catching the queen ants. So here I started walking around the tennis court to look for any queens that landed. I'm just gonna speed up the footage to save time because it can be a bit boring sometimes. So finally, after walking for about 10 minutes, I have found the first queen of the night. This queen is a Nylandria queen, and I'm not sure of the species, but I'm fairly sure it's under the genus Nylandria. And well, I guess I was lucky because another queen landed right beside me. This queen is likely a Pheidole species. I'm not sure what species, but I'm quite sure it's under the genus Pheidole. They are sometimes called the big-headed ants because of their majors. Let's get on with catching it. And sorry about the blur footage because it's really hard to record with one hand, but don't worry, I'll be giving you a demo on how to catch it later. We can skip the rest of the queen catching part at the end of the night, and this is what my catch was. So first of all, I got a Nylandria queen, and look, it looks as if it's sort of dancing or twitching. Next up, we have a Pheidole species queen, and it looks as if it's almost fully orange. And here in the other test tube, I have two other Pheidole queens, and I put them together as Pheidole is a polygynous species or genus, which means they can have more than one queen, and these two queens look very similar, so I think they should be under the same species. So now I'm gonna be doing a demo on how to catch the queen ant to make up for the blur footage just now at my tennis court. So you're gonna get your test tube, and I'm just using a dead ant from one of my colonies for a more controlled setup, and also because I don't just have a wild queen lying around in my house somewhere. So the first step is very simple, and you just put the mouth of the test tube over your queen ant and see if it climbs up. If it does climb up, then quickly tilt the test tube back and plug it off with cotton. If it doesn't, then get a piece of paper and try to get a thin one so you can it's much easier to slide underneath the test tube. So slowly slide it under the test tube, and so once the whole floor of the test tube within is covered with paper, slowly support the paper or the playing card that whichever you're using, and start to tilt the test tube back. And so the queen ant will eventually go on inside the test tube, and once that's done, you just quickly remove the whatever you're using and plug it with cotton. Now for the second setup, it's the same thing, you just can't use a playing card. That's it. And I'm using a different cover, so I can't find the cover for this one. But anyways, that's it for the video, and that's all you need to know on how to catch ant. So go and catch your queen ants. And also, by the way, after you catch your queen ants, please make sure you keep them in a dark place. So you should leave them there and not disturb them for about 1 month, or they will be stressed out and they could eat their own eggs. However, you should do some research on what kind of queen ant that you've caught, because some queen ants do in fact need to be fed while before they have their first workers, but most do not. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.